Books, pictures, and artifacts can give you knowledge. But here at Moore's Old Pine Inn, you can get something more valuable.
It mainly was built to support the mining that was going on. Gold had been discovered up here. The inn was built in 1882. The original owners of it, the husband was a Civil War medic. The wife was a Protestant missionary.
When you check in, you're a part of the history of the longest continuously operating hotel in Utah.
Over 100,000 people have come through the time. And there's been different owners. It's passed on from this person to this person.
Rodney Mayo and his wife are the current innkeepers in a long line of proprietors.
One of my favorite stories is that whenever miners were injured, they'd bring them down to the inn and then it became a hospital. This is the way the hotel would have been. Just a bedroom, an armoire. They didn't have closets because they'd be taxed for it.
The guest list including some characters.
She was best friends with Butch Cassidy's youngest sister. She heard Butch's voice in the parlor. And she poked her head out, she looked, made eye contact with Butch, he made eye contact with her, so she claims that Butch stayed here after his supposed death.
If you listen closely, you can hear the echoes of those before, but there's one that might be a little more prevalent than all the others.
When we moved here, a lot of people said, "Oh, have you experienced the lady?" And I said, "Well, what lady?" And they said, "Oh, the lady that haunts the inn." And I said, "No, I haven't experienced anything." My wife, 2 months ago, she was taking a guest into one of her rooms, and the guest says, "Do you see that lady following us?" And my wife turns and says, I don't see anyone. And so a lot of people have told me different things, seeing her up in the windows when nobody's in the inn, and they'll see her like on the porch, rocking on a rocking chair or something like that.
But the woman here isn't your typical specter.
That we've talked to that have experienced things, they always say it's a good spirit.
Maybe a past innkeeper or a guest who enjoyed their stay so much they become a permanent resident. But for Rodney, this isn't a haunt at all. Instead, it's the feeling of peace this historic place brings.
That's the greatest thing about being an innkeeper, is you see amazing people from all over the place. There's so much history. People from all over the world have come and stayed here. And you think about the things that happened in their lives and their histories, and it's intertwined within this building.
So if you make the trip to Marysville, don't be surprised if the innkeepers treat you like family, in the here and now or from the beyond.
I don't think it will scare people away because, it's not the spooky thing. I believe that when people come and they're wanting to have that type of experience, I think it kind of lends itself to that.